Hello everyone, I'm your lovely host Innocent, and welcome back to another speed paint. This is actually an entry for Jazza's monthly challenge thingy for January of 2018. The rules say that you need a link to a work in progress, either a video or a image, and I'm extra, and I want to do more speed paints for my channel, so this is what we have. Now, if you know nothing about Jazza, I don't blame you, but if you don't, link is in the description. Go and subscribe to this man. He's amazing. Either way, if you don't know anything about him, he does monthly, challenges or contests. Wow, I forgot the word contest for a minute. But he does these every month, and his sponsors provide prizes for the people who enter, and that's amazing. This month's prize is from Huion and their tablet-based company thingy. And you know what? I have a tiny little itty-bitty Wacom Intuos something or another, and I am always in the market for upgrades. So I figured, I'll give it a shot. I might not win, but it'll be fun, and if I do win, that'd be amazing. Now, I am not a professional artist by any means, but I'm still learning, and I think I've learned quite a lot from the 2 years I've been doing digital art. So I didn't enter myself in the beginner because I didn't think that was fair. I've been doing this for 2 years after all. So I entered myself in the open category, because that seemed right. Other than that, my process for doing this is very unlike my usual coloring style, and I think it turned out good. It's not something I'll do again, probably, unless it's specific for something or another. I don't know. I really like how it turned out. I was mostly playing with lighting, because I don't do that a lot. I mostly do illustrations with transparent backgrounds for obvious reasons of selling things. So to do something with a full background, I wanted to implement more lighting techniques to fully immerse the characters in the scene itself. Now, the original piece is very, very good, but I wanted to tone it back a little bit, I guess. I didn't want all the fires in the background and the smoke billowing through the air. I want it to look more calm. For me, color of loss would be, well, one, I lost most of the color in this picture. I toned down all of the colors and muted them except for the spirit, or the wife, or whatever you want to call her. I made her the brightest and most vibrant thing in the picture, for your eyes draw to her immediately and then scan to the husband or the person crying. And color of loss, I imagine that it's very peaceful, and especially someone who's mourning or is very deep in depression or very sad, you tend to forget that there's an outside world around you when you're so deep and entangled in the roots of something so sad and melancholy. So I decided to nix the whole flames in the background thing and just make it a serene, quiet night. Mostly because when I think of the points that I'm the saddest, it's usually nighttime. It might be because that's my schedule and I'm usually awake during the nighttime anyway, but I think it's more so the fact that psychologically everybody else should be asleep. So knowing that you're also awake when everyone else is asleep, it makes you kind of feel alone. At least in my case. So that's my reasoning behind what I did. Now, as you can see, probably, I use Tool SAI to do most of this. I like coloring in Tool SAI most of all, but I do go in later to Photoshop and tweak everything and make everything a little bit more solid and correctly toned, I guess. And I add a few particles here and there and adjust the lighting a little bit for the blue spectrum. Nothing too fancy, but I wanted to make sure this thing looked great. And I started out with just figuring out what kind of color palette I wanted to go off of. And I figured muddy tones. Usually you want to avoid muddy colors or muddy tones, but I wanted it for this one because I wanted the contrast with the bright blue that I wanted to make the spirit very, very visible. So I picked very muted tones and colors, a lot of greens, a lot of grays, and a lot of browns. Mixed in a few reds here and there because it goes well with brown and green. And I think the only real green thing I did was his cape. Or I'm assuming it's a cape. But I made that green because it would bounce well with the blue lighting on it, since that is the closest thing to the spirit. I have a very weird way of picking out where colors go. I didn't really have much of a plan of anything else, especially the background. And backgrounds are not my strongest point. Case in point, all of the other artworks I have ever done. But I'm trying, but I didn't want the focus to be on the background. I didn't want a lot of detail in the background because I wanted the eyes to go to the main two people that are in the foreground. I wanted the eyes to go there first rather than the background. Does this make any sense? Am I just rambling on at this point? Probably, but that's fine. And I do apologize if this is a bit longer. This took me a course of 3 days to do, so I do apologize. I had to cram a lot into this video just to make it like a good timeline of what I did. But yes, this took me 3 days. 3 days cut up, of course, but still 3 days. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and I'm so proud of how it turned out. You'll see it at the end, don't worry. But, oh my god, I am so proud. I took everything that I have taught myself and everything that I have learned and tried to put it into this to make something cohesive and actually professional looking. I don't know if I achieved the professional looking part, but I achieved something that looks very cohesive and not something that I would have done probably last year. I have come a long way, and oh my god, I still don't believe it myself sometimes. Like, looking back on my old art, I'm just like, who drew this? Or actually looking at my art right now, I'm usually like, who drew this? This isn't mine. What happened? Where did my hands go? Other than that, I have a link to the submission on Newgrounds, since that's where Jazza wants all the submissions. But I have a link to that in the description if you want to go give it a like or follow my profile or something. I don't know how Newgrounds works. But I figured, hey, since I had to make an account for this, I might as well start posting some of my art there too. So, why not? Why not? I'm trying to go through new avenues and get my art out there. And some of it's working, some of it isn't. I'm still in the middle of a gigantic commission, so there was something good, but I haven't really been doing much for me lately, and I want to do more for me this year. But we'll get to that in a later point in time. Skipping a few topics here, if Jazza ever sees this video, I'm sorry, first of all, that you have to watch this, or that you chose to watch this. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I'm not the most professional YouTuber, and I'm not the biggest YouTuber, but I'm trying my best. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying my best. That's my catchphrase. 2 catchphrases. I don't know how to talk either. Good golly. Other than that, I think we should be coming to a close soon. I think. I'm not doing this correctly. I'm in a different position. I can't even see what's going on my screen right now. I'm trying to make my recording setup a little bit better because I had some consultation on my audio quality, And they said, one, it's echoey. I know it's echoey. I'm in an open space. That's bound to happen. But they also said that I'm very staticky, like my mic is up too high. I personally can't hear that at all. And my gain and volume are both below 50%. I shouldn't be staticky at all. Am I staticky? I don't know. Like, personally, I can't hear it, so... is it my headset? Is my mic just bad? I'm so confused. I've been confused for the past 2 days from this, and I don't know what to do. It's not like I can send this microphone back. I just kind of have to live with it, I guess. Yeah, well. Hopefully I can get a few more art videos out here and there in the near future, and a few more creepypasta reading videos. And I'm thinking of expanding my reading videos to not just include creepypastas. Would that be something you guys are interested in? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. But yeah, since we're coming to a close, I'm finally going to leave you guys alone because I have finally ran out of things that I can ramble about in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you all so very soon. If you want to check out anything, links are in the description. I got you covered. If you don't know about Jazza, you better go check out Jazza. He's amazing. If you want to check out my Newgrounds submission, it's also in the description below. Plus any other links to any other social media I might have, it's also down there. Trust me, I have a lot of links down there. I got a Patreon, I have a Discord server, I got everything a man could desire. Or a woman, I like both. I'm gay, awesome. I don't know why I'm saying anything. I'm going to go now. Peace out, bye-bye!